The reason I created this group was because, well, I was really scared when I found out that I was pregnant. And most importantly, I didn't want to do it alone. So when I created the group, I decided that I'd like to share this moment with mommies that feel just like I do, that are nervous and scared and worried and all those other good things that go with being pregnant. I think it would be important for all of us to tell the world and each other what the best and the worst things have been about being pregnant.
My favorite part about being pregnant is definitely feeling her move and just overall happy, and how close my husband and I have gotten. And my least favorite part about being pregnant is the backache, the cramping, and not being able to sleep. But it's all worth it.
The best part so far has definitely been feeling him and feeling him all the time now, and still somehow being surprised when I feel him, which is still fun. And I think the worst part is definitely the heartburn and the indigestion that is pretty much constant at this point. So he better be super hairy to make this all worth it.
The best part about being pregnant is having this miracle grow inside of me, and it's just such a precious journey to be on. And the worst part, I'm currently going through a lot of hip and leg pain, which gets quite excruciating, but it's all worth it.
I would say that the best part of being pregnant has been feeling him kick and having a little bit of reassurance that everything's going good in there. And the worst part has probably been everything else.
My favorite part so far about being pregnant is just knowing that we're going to start a family together and a new chapter of our lives. And my least favorite part was definitely the first trimester when I was so sick. So hopefully that is over and it won't come back.
And we are an IVF success on our third round finally. So just over the moon happy about that. Took us over 10 years. So it was a long time coming. The best thing about being pregnant is just to know that we finally are getting our miracle. It's just amazing. The worst part about it, it's really hard to pick a worst part about it since I've been dreaming about it for so long, but I guess I would have to go with just being uncomfortable. Trying to sleep is uncomfortable, but I wouldn't give it up for the world.
Best thing about this pregnancy has been the reality of it when I felt Luke move for the first time, which was fairly recently. I'm 22 weeks today, and that feeling was just absolutely amazing. The worst thing is the limitations I feel, when it comes to workouts and stuff, because that's a really big part of my life, and there are, things that are just not safe for me to do right now, and it's not worth risking, my safety and Luke's for it.
The best thing so far in my pregnancy would be all the support that I have from everyone, from you, from my family, my friends, my husband, and to be able to finally feel the baby move and everything related to all this. And the worst thing for me would be since I got pregnant so soon after I lost the first baby, I was mistaking the two babies a lot at the beginning, and I kept thinking about the first baby and not too much about this one. So I didn't enjoy my pregnancy a lot at the beginning, but right now I'm enjoying it at 100%, and I'm really blessed and really thankful to be able to have a little human being inside of me.
The worst thing about being pregnant is knowing I'm going to be gaining the weight back that I lost, but the best part is that I'm going to have a little squishy.
My favorite thing about this pregnancy so far is that I've been able to be here with all of you beautiful girls, with our beautiful rainbow baby, our beautiful baby boy. I would say that the best thing about being pregnant so far has just been all of the good advice that I've gotten, and coming to this group and meeting everybody. And I would say the worst thing has definitely been morning sickness, given that I'm already more than halfway through with my pregnancy and still wake up sick sometimes.
I would say the best thing about being pregnant is how close me and my husband have gotten, along with starting to see kind of her personality, certain songs that she likes to kick to, and starting to see what kind of person she's going to be, telling by her kicks. And then I would definitely say the worst part of pregnancy was the nausea. It was terrible, but I'm through that and happy now.
I'm happy to be pregnant because I can't wait for my boy to come. I've been waiting for, and it's quite exciting. The most annoying bit of being pregnant is that I've got pains due to fibroids, especially if I walk for too long or strain myself.
I'm 29 years old. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Baby White is 19 weeks, 3 days, due May 15th. I'm admin because when I was going through IVF, I needed a safe place with people who were experiencing the same thing, and I didn't get that, but I get it here with y'all, and I love y'all for that. Worst thing about pregnancy was the 2-inch needle in my back every night for 3 months. Not missing that at all. Best thing is that I'm pregnant. He's healthy, he's happy, he's kicking, and it's been a long journey through 2 years of infertility, IVF, frozen embryo transfer, but we're here and we're so happy to be here.
The worst part about this pregnancy is worrying all the time about if baby is doing okay, but the best part is knowing that in 4 months I'll be able to hold him.
The best part about being pregnant is feeling the baby move and knowing that I'll have a baby at the end. And then the worst part was the morning sickness at the beginning.
And I've been through so much this pregnancy. The hardest part is definitely the complications in the beginning and, not knowing what was going to happen and all the worrying and anxiety and being tired all the time. But the best part is definitely knowing that I'm getting a real life baby out of all this. And every time he kicks, it's just like reassurance. So it's all going to be worth it.
The best part of this pregnancy has been so far just getting so much help, support, and love from husband and family. And the hardest part has probably been the whole first trimester, but I'm totally enjoying this pregnancy now.
And the worst thing about pregnancy so far is having this cold and cough that I'm experiencing now. That I can't take anything but water and juice. And, of course, the all-day sickness that I've experienced for the first 3 months. And the best about it is that I get to be spoiled by everybody around me.
I would have to say the worst part of my pregnancy is the acne, all the new acne that I've gotten, the nausea, and the best part is being able to feel his kick.
The best part of the pregnancy is feeling a move all the time. And the worst has to be the nipple leakage as well as the back pain.
The best thing about this pregnancy has definitely been knowing that in May I'm going to be holding this little person that we made, and that's just mind-blowing. And the worst thing has definitely been the sickness in the first trimester. I felt so poorly, but thankfully that has now passed.
The worst part about being pregnant has been having to survive the first trimester, which was really rough, and the havoc that it's had on my skin. The best part is knowing that after a few long months I will have a baby and a family of my own.
And I'm not finding out what we're having, so my husband talked me into waiting, and I'm really excited about it. For the most part, the best part about being pregnant, I think, is just every day something new happening or something that you didn't expect to happen, and feeling the baby move for the first time and all of that sort of thing. The worst thing about being pregnant by far is my cold that I have, and you can't take anything. So that's been the worst thing about being pregnant so far. Otherwise, I had no morning sickness, and this pregnancy and baby has been a breeze on me.
The best thing about this pregnancy would have to be having somebody that I know that will love me for me unconditionally. The worst thing about this pregnancy would have to be just being tired all of a sudden out of nowhere and not being able to drink. I'm sorry. Please, no judgment, girls.
The best thing about being pregnant is the fact that I am pregnant. After a year and a half of stomping my feet and crying my eyes out, pregnancy hormones did the job, and I'm pregnant with twins, 1 boy and 1 girl. The worst thing about being pregnant is the fact that at 22 weeks I'm still on pregnancy medication because of nausea and vomiting.
I would have to say the best thing about pregnancy is just feeling her move around and kick, and the worst thing would have to be all the anxiety, especially during the first trimester.
The worst thing about pregnancy is knowing how restricted my life is now in terms of finances and adventure and movement and everything. The best thing is that we tried for over 3 years and it never felt like we would get there. Now we're here. I love my pregnant body. I love bringing little Chucks into this world.
I would have to say that the best part of this pregnancy has just been knowing that I get to welcome a beautiful baby girl here soon. The worst part is definitely the sleeping arrangements at night and finding a new position to get comfortable in and trying to stay asleep after I've woken up about 3 times.
Let's see, the best part about being pregnant, I guess, is like, I don't know. I don't have one thing. I love being pregnant. It's been the best experience. The worst thing is the memory loss. I have horrible pregnancy brain all the time. I can't remember anything anymore.
The best thing about being pregnant is looking forward to holding this little munchkin of ours and loving my husband even more daily just for our love child. The worst thing about being pregnant is not feeling like myself, the nausea, the vomiting, the headaches, and acne.
The best thing about being pregnant is just the joy of knowing that in a few months we'll be welcoming our little baby home after so many years of waiting. And the worst thing about pregnancy is just the anxiety.
And the best thing about this pregnancy so far is just the fact that I have a healthy little baby growing in my tummy. And the worst thing has been some skin issues. I've been hating all the skin issues, but totally worth it.
So the worst part about pregnancy so far was the entire first trimester. Like, what was that? The nausea, the constipation, the acne, the most insane dreams. It was nuts. The best part is I finally get to feel her kicks, and I just feel like I waited so long for it, and I love it so much. My heart just wants to explode every time she kicks.
I would say the best part about pregnancy is that I'm going to have a baby. And the worst part is long past for me now, and that was getting here. It took us 3 years to get pregnant, and I'm just really, really happy that it's working out.
The most positive thing about the pregnancy is knowing that I have a little life inside of me, and it makes me so happy that I'm never alone, and that soon he will be here to make everybody's lives happier. And the downside, or the most difficult thing, is definitely having to sleep on my side. It's driving me crazy. I can't wait to sleep on my belly again.
I would have to say the best part of this pregnancy so far has been the kicking and the feeling of this human being that's growing inside me. Has grown such a bond with myself and with my husband to me as well. I would have to say the worst part about this pregnancy has been the morning sickness and the all-day sickness. I am now 21 weeks and still throwing up.
The biggest thing so far is the happiness that I've been feeling. I've had a very, very easy pregnancy so far. Let's see the last 3 months how it goes.
I will say that the best thing about pregnancy is probably being so excited to decorate the nursery and just bond with my husband over this period of the next few months until Finley's here. So that's the best thing. The worst thing I will have to say is probably the loss of appetite and by far the emotions. I'm so emotional. It's caused so many arguments, but I wouldn't regret anything for the world. So.
And the best part of being pregnant has been able to feel her move and know she's with me all the time. The hardest part was the nausea and vomiting in the first trimester. That was pretty tough, but she's worth every bit of it.
The best part about being pregnant is having love and support from all you, from family, from friends, and being pregnant. And the worst part is definitely all the morning sickness and just being tired all the time.
Best thing about this pregnancy is knowing that I am bringing this beautiful life into the world that is totally going to flip my world upside down in such a good way. And I also didn't get sick, so that's another good thing. Worst thing I would say is having to depend on people. I'm very independent,
So having to depend on people to pick things up for me if they're too heavy, and the TMI constipation. Other than that, it's been smooth sailing.
Kind of a bad one to ask. Worst part of pregnancy, I don't think there is one. Just with everything I've been through, I would shit my pants, pee myself, throw up all over strangers, you name it, I'm down to do it. I just feel so blessed to be pregnant. And the best part is knowing, just knowing that I am pregnant right now. Okay, I think I'm done. I love you guys so much.
So tonight I'll drift in a dream.